Greetings and salutations. So this video is a little bit of a conundrum. I landed on a high gravity planet of 4.2 Gs, and this video is going to kind of I was able to get around, but at some point I just fell out of the sky, and I don't know if it was because I got closer to the polars or if it is an issue. So I'm kind of using this opportunity to to see how the vehicles to see how the vehicles handle, and if I have enough thrust or power or whatever to looks like I just drifted to one side, so the hovercraft may not be hit P. Make sure my thrusters, there we go. So it looks like, let's see if yeah, okay. So it looks like the hovercraft is functional in this environment, and it's a little sluggish. Are these Zurax? Yeah, these are Zurax. I'm gonna kind of clean up some of the spawns. And then I don't know why we're not. There we go. Attack. Could definitely feel the load, but it's one of those things where, so my issue is I need to get up off the planet, and it's a little dangerous for me, so I keep moving. There we go. See how far I am off the ground. Oh, I'm a little high still. The beauty about this, though, is this thing's got a jump seat, and so I think this is a good point to. I'm gonna place some more thrusters. The one that I had saved to the workshop is already fitted correctly, but I hadn't gotten to in my survival gameplay mode. I hadn't gotten to it yet because of just the play. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place these to get me off the ground. I'm just going to can I not? Do I need to do P? So I got to turn my shields off. I got to make myself vulnerable. Definitely don't want to do it that direction, right? And so these are going to go here technically. Okay, and then I'll get on the other side, and hopefully this will give me enough thrust to get off the ground. The 10, I was able to sustain the 10 V. Oh, I'm wrong on the wrong seat. Ooh. Why are we okay? F4, I guess I got some food issues. Fridge. Gotta eat some food. Eat the waffle. There we go. And then come up here and hit. So this is as much about a testing as it is about how these builds work in ultra high gravity and their functionality in. Oh, there's a drop ship right there. Look at that. It's coming to get me. It's coming to get me. And that's why. Oh, I got a turret right there. Ooh. Look at that. Defense turret right there. I don't know why. It was earlier, it was eating me up, but when I landed, I don't know. I gotta lower this thing. I forgot. It's got quite a bit. It'll boost up like 150 meters or something, or 20 meters. Man, I'm so heavy. I can feel. Let me see if I can. This is as fast as I can move, so it's doable. Okay. Let's see. Right. Okay. So there is 4 more thrusters that I intended to design, and the beauty about this design is that it can scale. You know, so if I need more, I have room for more. You know, I have room for more, but I'm kind of trying to be economical in my fuel consumption also. You know, this could easily be a game ender. This could be easily be. So let's pull up here. You know, if you came on this planet and you look at this, just nice and easy, right? And I even added the LCD screen inside to help kind of line it up. There it is, and that's how it looks. That's how the tank and the hovercraft operate together. Okay, let's go on the front. I do want to test too and see how the Merc operates. Let me get the shields back on before something catastrophic happens. I do want to see how the man. As soon as I floated up and I hit gravity, I could feel the bounce. So let's see how this bad boy handles. This thing's got some giant thrusters, so it should fly. Thrusters, power. Okay. Ooh. Doesn't want to hit alt. Let's see if I can B. Alt. Okay, thrusters. Okay. Alt. Doesn't want to undock. Why do you not want to undock? Auto brake. Sometimes I get this turn off, turn on. Do I not have enough P? I don't know why it doesn't want to undock. I was encountering this before too. Where, let me just turn the shields off. Interesting. I don't know if this is a symptom of gravity. Thrusters, autopilot. It's so weird. I feel like EXE, shields, oxygen, thrusters, hit P. I think it might be more of an issue of maybe one of the the gravity is so bad that I just broke my leg. Let me do this. Okay, that's supposed to be. Okay, maybe that resolved it. I don't know. There might be some. Yeah. So this Mark 11 doesn't work in the high gravity, unfortunately, but the hover vehicle. Let's see if this does. Let's see if this will work in high gravity. Hit P for thrusters. Yeah, that worked. That worked. Nice. So the miner works. I just don't understand why the see, this bad boy's got these giant thrusters. It's got the 2 there, and it's got the 6 on the side, so it's got the strafing. But it doesn't have. I think it's limited on. I think it's limited on what it can. We're gonna try it one more time, see if we can get off the ground. I don't really know what's taking place here. I can't undock auto brake. Yeah, maybe it just doesn't have the thrust to yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's weird. Power. Kill it. F4. I'd go back into the ship. Now we're gonna see if we can get off the ground. Man, I had gotten off the ground earlier, and then I couldn't. And then I alt tabbed. I was doing the orbital kind of where I just AFK around the planet to unlock everything, and then yeah, I need to heal myself. So F4. I need a bandage. So I should have some bandages in the fridges. I try to keep all my medical supplies in the fridges, so that way, nothing makes you feel better than a cheeseburger after. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this gets me off the ground. Okay, and hit P. I have all this signaled, but I'm just because. Oh yeah, that was enough. That did it. That did it. Perfect. And then my upward thrust. Ooh, that's brutal. That's brutal. So I have to use the rear thrust. For whatever reason, the rear thrust. Yeah, there's not enough upward thrust to support. Ooh, look at that. Well, oh, that's a descent. That's a descent. Interesting. It's because the thing to this though is this thing's loaded. This thing is completely loaded down with 3 vehicles, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to make sure that this thing is well, I don't know. I mean, I could put more thrusters in there. Let me do 2 more thrusters, and um, let's do CV. I'm gonna do 1 more medium thruster, and then I'm gonna see if that, just for the purposes of testing, I'm gonna attach them outside, and I think the thrusters I gotta change. Containers. Is it this one? No, I think it was this one. There's small. Okay, F4. Let's do this. So it's good to know though that the hover vehicle does work. I put that in there, and it should be. Where did you go? Thought I put it in there. Maybe it's in here. Where did you go? Where did you go? I know you're in one of these. Small. I didn't make a small. I made a large. Let's go mass volume. Okay, let's double check. It's giving me. Ah, I see what it did. Oh, did it not have the room? Let's go ammo container. Ammo container. Let's go. That's the kind of the problem is. There it goes. Did not have the room. So F4. Ammo container. Which one did I stick it in? And that's just to kind of speak to the. Okay, now we're linked to this box. Okay, and we're just gonna put this wherever because I wanna see what it takes to have enough thrust to get this thing off the ground. And so I put the 2 on the side, and that was kind of my design intent. But I want to engineer this thing with enough gravity or enough thrust to get it off a high gravity planet in shields. A high gravity planet. Okay. In with like 4 or 5 Gs fully loaded, because you have to engineer for the worst case scenario. So the rear thrusters are fine. The rear thrusters are more than adequate. So we're just okay. Now we'll see if the upward thrust. There's some game mechanic that ooh, I can barely get up the ramp. Ooh, ooh, that's rough. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, okay. Note to self. Note to self. Note to self. If I go outside the vehicle, make sure I have a hovercraft. Wow. Kind of a little bit disappointed, to be honest, in the Mark 11. I thought it would be able to support. So this is the switches that I normally use, right? So, oh, son of a bitch. Oh, wow. Come on. Oh, hit T. Uh, um, wow. Oh, come on. This is a steeper ramp. Come on. Get up there. Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. Okay. F4 again. Refrigerator again. Jeez. Jeez. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Okay. Did not mean to fall off the... Okay. That should be the thrust, right? That's... Even stairs. I'm glad I did the long stairs instead of the short upright stairs. Okay. Okay. So all thrusters are active. Okay. Here we go. So that is enough. That gives me 8, though. So before... What was it? I can't remember if I had... Okay. That's still brutal. That's still brutal. I honestly probably need 2 more because you want to have enough thrust to push off the ground. Wow. Yeah, that's with a heavy lift mode, just crawling. Of course, I can always forward thrust and then get going and into space. So once I get into space, I'll make the alterations. You know what I mean, or the refit. And I also want to test the Mark 11 to see if, yeah, this thing is completely filled to the max. Like it's, you know, a bunch of dumb stuff. Really, it's with 3 vehicles on it in high gravity, and so it kind of shows you how robust it is on its ability to modulate and grow. Ooh, see, I'm falling. I'm falling. Ooh, I'm falling. That's what happened like before. I'm falling. Come on. That's exactly what happened before. I must have hit the pole. Let me see. Yeah, I think I hit the pole and it started to push me. Oh, wow. Wow, I'm falling. Oh, it's so bad. Why am I falling? There we go. Thrusters. Come on, climb. 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 See, it's dangerous because as I fall into a... Oh, it's the south. It's this the South Pole. I'm getting hung up on the South Pole. Let me hit. That's what's going on. I'm getting hung up on the South Pole, and it's knocking me down. Okay, oh, that's the way I want to go. So, thrusters up. All right, cant all the way up. I want to go straight south. I'm gonna get as much elevation as possible. I want to be over 500 before I start flying over those enemy oh, that's not good. So that bumped me straight north. Okay, I'm just gonna try to boost straight up into space. Wow, that's brutal. So it'll let me orbit from here, I think. And I'm just boosting straight up, 8 kilometers. 8 meters, 8 meters a second. So part of that, I think part of that situation is when I tried to leave the atmosphere, I was leaving the atmosphere from the orbit, and it kicked me down into back onto the ground, and I just got lucky enough not to land on top of a bunch of POIs, because this ran its red hot with POIs, and then you can look at that boost. It's got so much boost now. I'm 200 meters per second, so I will travel faster. That's insane boost, right? Look at that, 200. So I travel faster as a boost than I do. That's nuts. Okay, let me slow down. So I definitely think that. Okay, hit F, right? And so let's see if I'm able to. Let's test a few things. Hit P for thrusters. Yeah, and this just that kills your fuel consumption though. The extra boost. Okay, so hit this. We wanna recover. So what I want to do is I want to actually gonna put them. Um, so what I've done is I made those out of plastic, because ultimately when I crafted this in, I didn't craft them in early into the game, and I marked them on red for the inside so you can see, so you knew where to add your upgrade. So as you as you retrofitted along your way, you knew to if I should still be linked. I am not linked, so it's a good thing. We'll just pick a container. We're gonna link. There we go. And then hit T. Right, and then hit T again. Hit F4. We're gonna re-equip this. Okay. And then we're gonna place these inside of here. Come on, get it there. Okay, now what we're gonna do though is we're gonna put them on the logic, and we're going to put them on prim mode, right? Prim mode. That way they are tied to the switch for heavy lift. And then I'll do this side over here, and you can see where I've already kind of done the graphics or whatever, the visual representation to the thruster ports to kind of give it that little bit of swag. F4, I gotta re-equip those, right? And then, so the version that I have on the workshop is this version, right? It's this version, and so you don't have to, actually I have like 6 versions on the workshop, but the one that it's the most up to date is the one, I forget what I named it, but it's got this configuration already set up. Okay, so now, and I'll pull these other thrusters and I'll just keep them in. I don't know if I want to place those, yet, because I could do 4. I could do. Okay, I could do 4. I mean, I could put 30 of them down there if I wanted, but it's kind of economy of scale type of deal, because you just start to consume so much fuel in the process. So let's go over here to the switches, and let's make sure that these are switched up correctly. And so, all right, okay, that's off. So all of these should be off. That's not what I want. Okay, I think because I hit the toggle, I got to reset it. So you got to reset it by turning everything off, right? You turn this on there, that'll kick on. Yeah, there you go. It just kicks on the one thruster on each corner, which is enough in a regular, even fully loaded in a regular gravity atmosphere. It's fine. It's completely enough. But for those insane scenarios where you just need, and this is fully loaded, granted, this is not, with vehicles on top too. This is your uh, extreme scenario. I probably got 600K. This gives you all, what is this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 lift thrusters. And so I think I'm going to leave it here and just note that I need to pull off some weight. Now I'm kind of curious if this thing will now lift off. If the gravity was, oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. I'm stuck on the door too. Where are you at, V? I got oxygen right here. Nope, nope. Where are you at? I can't even see because it's red. Power, main, power. Jeez, that was almost fatal. Wow. Okay. So back to the way this is engineered, you can access the cockpit from right there. I love this. All right, V. Yep. So it could not handle that gravity. This thing was not capable of um, of handling. It didn't have enough thrust to ooh, a little bit of a bounce. Okay, a little bit of a bounce. Kind of curious if F4. I mean, hit P and then go power. I'm kind of curious about the device on here. If he's got the bottom thrusters, thrusters bottom. Front, rear, bottom, left. What is this? Utility? I think does this thing really only have 2 bottom thrusters? I mean, that would explain a lot. But yeah, it couldn't. That's fine. I'm not gonna get into it. But I think that's the deal. I think that thing's only got the 2 bottom thrusters, so it couldn't get off the ground. Let me turn this off. Got to save that fuel. I just burnt through a ton of fuel. Thrusters, power, right? Kill all the power, and then I started with 100% a half hour ago, and I burned through almost 15,000 fuel going on that high gravity planet. Just to kind of give some perspective, I got this thing set up with 30,000 fuel, and so it will, each one of these kind of makes the math. I got it engineered with the math. Each one of these is 300, so that should be 50. Well, I mean, it wasn't exactly 50%. So it takes 100 of these to do a full tank. So you kind of have a basis of what to go off of and how to do it and whatnot. So anyways, I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to turn this back off so I'm not killing my power. And you'll see once I get in the driver's seat, you can also hit the alt mode. And that was like an extreme, you can see underneath where it's just got the 4, and even fully loaded, it tapers off a little bit, but it still almost does max speed in space. So that's a good kind of like engineering standpoint to where it completely overloaded, everything maxed out. I shouldn't say everything maxed out because I pressed the wrong key. It's loading up the blueprints. It's I shouldn't say that because in my container 1, I'm 265 with 320, so that's not quite maxed out. And this one is 331, so this one's not maxed out. So yeah, it's arguably the issue runs into is this thing is starting to scale to where I really need to bump into the large thrusters, and the colony ship is the same design as this, but I made the ports too wide, and so that one I've designed where it will support the large thrusters, but ultimately it's one of those deals where economy of scale, because you get into that super heavy increased cost where you to manufacture and get the resources, and by scaling it down 20% and going with a medium thruster lift and propulsion, it's able to reduce my entry level cost by 20 or 30%, and then ultimately kind of make it easier to transition and progression through the gameplay. I might need to add a couple more thrusters on the bottom, but the beauty is it's got plenty of room, right? The scalability, I could literally add 8 more bottom thrusters. Um, but for rear thrusters, it is what it is. Like I could run the full 10, but it's about that fuel consumption. You just start to burn through an excessive amount of fuel running all those thrusters. So as always, thanks for watching.